I think overall the game, first half they were the better team. We were on the back foot for the majority of the first half. Probably unlucky to concede off the actual goal, but could have conceded off other periods in the game. And I just said to the girls at half time, I get it. I get why we were like that, because I think, third game in 7 days and the emotion of we won the league. And I said to them, Sky Blue are here to win. No doubt about that. So we have a choice. We go out and we show that it doesn't matter if the game really means anything or not from a league perspective, that we show character of wanting to go and be better than we were in the first half. And I said to them, I'm not going to tell you to do that. I think we should, but it's your choice. And I think they responded in a way that says they didn't want to lose. And it's probably fair to say in the second half, there was probably only one team going to win it, and that would probably have been us. They're always a threat, Sky Blue, when they have that front line. But I thought second half we were so much better and showed a lot of character. And in the back stretch now, that's what it's going to take, I think, is ability, but character, and we 100% showed that in the second half.
What's the meaning of the undefeated home season in the locker room?
Yeah, it means we haven't. I don't actually think we spoke about it yet, but I think you just see how much it means, And fair play to Sky Blue. They could have come here and just seen the game out, but you saw from the first whistle they really wanted to win, and we have a changing room full of winners, and they weren't going to accept defeat easily, and I think that's why we've been able to create so many records, is because of that. Not just the fact that we have ability, is because we have a group that just do not want to lose, and I think you saw that.
You're a team that, if you made it to the final, you would be top seeded. Mm-hmm. In seasons past, that would have meant you would have hosted. Now we move to this neutral format.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think I said this before. I think if we couldn't host at Memorial, I think Portland would be my second choice. I think it's a fantastic environment. It's hostile. Well, it will be if we're there. It will be hostile. I can only go off when we've been there. It's been very hostile. So, we expect that. If we don't make the final, we expect to be in like an away team. But I think I'm hearing that ticket sales are going well for the final, and if we can pack out a stadium of that amount of people, then it shows that no matter what, the league has something that it is proving it can be here long term. Even tonight, I don't know what the figure was, 4,000, whatever, blah, blah. What day is it? Saturday. On a Saturday night, in the pouring down rain, for that amount of people to come to a game is great. That just shows in itself that we're making strides forward. If we can sell out Providence Park, no matter who's there, the game's taken a step forward, and I think that's why the decision. I think that's why the decision was made, because it's a step forward for the league. And whoever's in the final, I just truly hope it's a really fantastic occasion that people will buy into, and we as a league can put on a product that people want to see. And I truly believe the product is here. And if tonight didn't show that, I don't know what does, really, because it had everything. The game had everything tonight, and I'm sure whoever gets in the final will show that too.
Just confirming that part of the Portland supporters group, the Rose City Riveters, have formed a championship final subgroup that they're calling Aces. Any club except Seattle.
Yeah.
So
there you go. I don't doubt it. It's fine. It's great. I love it. I honestly would say silence in that crowd is one of the best moments of my career. So I'd love to try and do that again.
Your starting 11 didn't have any changes from Wednesday night.
Yep.
Was that a reflection of some of the comments you made about not pulling the foot off the gas like last season?
Yeah, and I think it's like a double-edged sword. We played well Wednesday. You probably wouldn't change your team after that. But you could see we were tired. So I think we've got to regroup, rest, enjoy tonight, in the sense that we didn't know on Wednesday we were going to win the league. So when we knew, we decided that tonight we've won the league, woohoo. So that would be it. We can enjoy tonight, but then we need to rest up, and we go again in Washington, because I think that it's only right and fair that we do that game justice. And from our perspective, we owe them. We lost there. In my terminology, we got smacked there. So we need to go there and show that we don't want to let that happen again. So, yeah, it was a reflection of that for sure.
Or you spoke earlier about passion, crowd here, crowd in Portland.
Yep.
Not every marketing in WSL has that luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, what do you think can be done to build those markets and whatever other markets the league expands into, so that it matches what you've got going here?
Well, I think Seattle and Portland are very unique places. Like, if anyone goes to the Seattle Timbers game tomorrow, you'll see it. They're real passionate people about the game. And I think we were really aware of that when we first came in the first year. And, it was crazy to me that one of the first meetings I ever had was about a supporters group. I was like, what? That's just weird, right? So, but it's what it is. We have a supporters group. They try and I've tried to build something that you see now in the stand. It wasn't like this throughout the whole time. Jacob could probably account for that. But, gradually, those people that have stuck with us, and I think there's 20, am I being 20? That have been diehard since day one, who have built up these chants and, and now suddenly 4,000 people are singing it. So I think it's just perseverance from those few. And I think most teams have the supporters groups. And then the buy-in of the crowd, that it's great when it happens, and it does really make a difference. And without a doubt, over the last 2 seasons at Memorial for sure, because I think the acoustics are great too. You can feel it. You just feel the energy in here. And I think that's something that clubs maybe don't see as an important thing, but I learned real quickly that it is. It is in Seattle. It's really important. So.
Sport culture hasn't always been there for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, in the last 2 or 3 years, it's taken off, and we expect the World Cup this year.
Yeah.
Took it to another level. As you watch that, you've been at Arsenal, you've been all over the place this year. Would you have thought 5, 10 years ago that it would get to a point where it would be like that in women's game?
No. I remember going to the Olympics in London in 2012 and going to watch Britain versus Brazil at Wembley, and there was 70,000 people there, and I will never forget that, because I never thought I'd see it. Never. I never thought I would see that many people watching the game, especially in my country, ever. And then, the World Cup in Canada. I think the US national team has something very unique about it. I think, one, they're really good. Probably helps. But, I think the World Cup in North America, so close to here too, was special. And I think you saw the crossover from the US national team games, especially. There was Portland Thorn shirts, Rain shirt, like so many Rain fans. I mean, I went to most games with the Brits, Jess, Rachel and Kim, and I must have taken 15,000 photos for people of them. No one wants my photo, which is fine. But that just shows how far the game's come. And ask them to. That I think that would be something it's new to them, and I think it can only be it's positive, you know. And I think the US players and supporters don't necessarily know how lucky they are, because it's not like this everywhere, and we the outsiders, the internationals, try and educate them on that. But it's a special thing, you know. I'm sure if you asked Hope and Pino if they ever thought they'd close down New York City, I'm sure they would have said no, and they did. So, you know, I think the sport's breaking down barriers all the time, and it's only for the good. And I think, I say this all the time, it's our responsibility, ours within the game, our responsibility to keep pushing, keep trying to get people involved. And I truly believe that the biggest responsibility we have is that we should put a product on the field that people want to see. And if we do that, and I think we do that here, I don't think retention's an issue for us. It's letting people know that we exist. And once we do that and they come, they tend to love it. So I think that's our responsibility. I don't think we need to blame anyone else or feel sorry for ourselves. I think it's our responsibility to do that.
The outlook for Giannis is still open for the playoffs?
Say that again, sorry?
Giannis outlook is still open.
I always forget that's a name.
Yeah.
Bev Gorbel. Bev is actually healing really quickly. You know, she was out today doing a little bit of warm-up with the girls, and that's way ahead of schedule. So, yeah, I think she's on track for playoffs. I said, Wednesday, that I didn't think you'd see her again regular season. I think she might want to argue with me about that, but, you know, I just think she's healing and progressing really well. And, you know, credit to her, she's in for a great shout of being fit for the playoffs for sure.